Folks, this is going to be our most somber and awkward JNN of the year.
It's basically not JNN, it's that somber.
This is really kind of an emotional night here at JNN.
Not because it's Good Friday either.
Right, not for Good Friday
it's
reasons.
Thursday, actually.
So it's 7:53 right now. Nick, we probably took off when around 7:20, around that.
20 minutes.
Half hour ago. And we headed out to the Linquist thinking, we were going to have yet another
video.
We were
invited.
I mean, we were technically invited by Zach. He said we were going to go to TV Hannah's.
And Timmy at church told me that Thursday night was open.
Timmy did. He said we were going to hang out. And we get to the Linquist and it becomes apparent very quickly that we're not going to be hanging out with them. Actually, just before we got there, we were on the phone with Andrew and he was at B-Dubs with friends and he had no idea. And so anyway, we get to the house.
We kind of pull up.
We pull up into the driveway like usual, the usual Varberg Linquist.
The norm.
Yeah, the norm.
You know.
It's just becoming apparent to us that it's only the parents' home. And so in our flashes of brilliance, we decided to send Nate up since, we figure at this point that Timmy is still home, of course.
Still naive, still young.
Exactly. We would later find out that Timmy was actually not at home at that time. And so anyway, we send Nate up. And Nick and I...
Back to the story.
Yeah, back to the story. We send Nate up, and Nick and I decide that it would be awkward if we were in the driveway. I mean, it's a fairly reasonable
We're
thought.
not even supposed to be at their house.
Exactly. We're not invited at this point.
So we'll hang in the street.
So Nick and I decide to go to the loop-de-loop right by the Linquist house and just pull up enough so that we can see the front door. I mean, it's really kind of innocent. And anyway, Nate gets to the door, and out goes Mrs. Lindquist.
Oh, smooth.
And that was the point at which we realized we were not invited. And anyway,
the proverbial turning point.
I'm talking to Mrs. Lindquist, and she's like, nobody's home. I'm just like, okay, well, and she's like, well, who drove you here? I'm like, oh yeah, they're somewhere over there. And then I see them, and right as Mrs. Lindquist sees them, they pull out of view behind the divider.
We ditched.
We ditched. And ultimately, we were just trying to make this less awkward, but in the process, we managed to make this more awkward.
Bad call, Vern.
I didn't even think it was possible.
Nick estimated that we were at a 5 smooch per hour rate right now. I mean, this is just embarrassing.
Innate on the Schmooch Richter scale.
So right now, we're heading back to our house.
And what did we accomplish?
We have no idea if we're going to be hanging out with the Lindquist tonight.
Oh, my word.
There is no way to know.
Zach is in Plymouth.
Zach's in Plymouth.
That's like Arizona.
Andrew's eating freaking chickens right now. And
at B-Dubs.
Who knows what the heck Timmy is doing?
Oh, smoocher.
That's about it for us here. Sorry for the somber ending to this JNN. We'll see you next time, folks.
He has risen indeed.